you doing, guys and gals? This is Doug Wilson from Yellowhawk Customs Outdoors. Let's talk about patterns and colors of Kydex. You wouldn't think it was this way, but when it comes to patterns and colors and thicknesses, there is a lot about this, right? There's a lot to remember, a lot that people do not know. So we're going to talk about it, and I'll give you my recommendations for things and whatnot. I've been doing Kydex for a very long time. I work with it every day, full time. I pretty much know what works. I know what to get and in what thicknesses, and I know how strong a sheath system needs to be. So I like to give recommendations if you'll allow me to. That's why I like to have some type of communication other than just ordering it off a website. I don't do it that way because I know how it is in the field, and I want to give you tough, durable, the highest quality I can while still, having people actually pay for it. I could charge $300 for a sheath and line it with gold, but who the hell's going to make them, right? So I give you the highest quality I can. I spend a shitload of time on every sheath system, and they're made by hand, entirely by hand. This bandsaw over here, all I do is cut big sheets of Kydex with that. I don't cut the patterns out with it or anything. I use tin snips, right? We use very few power tools to actually build the sheath systems, right? This guy here, the little belt grinder, I use that for shaping my pieces of wood to make cutouts, what I call choil blocks, to allow for better retention when you build a sheath. So we very rarely use these big power tools for actually building a sheath. We do it all by hand. We do a little bit of sanding on the edges with a Dremel tool, but generally it's all by hand, okay? Old school. That way you don't miss anything when you're building a sheath. Guys that build their sheaths with machines and prefab parts and stuff like that, which is what most guys do, and that's one way of doing it, they tend to miss mistakes and stuff because they kind of glide right over them, not paying attention or whatever. Doing it by hand forces me to do a good job. And anybody who owns a Yellowhawk custom Kydex sheath system can attest to the fact that they're built, and they're built tough. So let me get into these colors, the colors and patterns. First thing I want to say is these three basic colors, okay? Black, OD green, and coyote brown are your best bet for the main sheath. That's your best bet for the main sheath, the one that actually holds your big knife, right? And here's the reason. When I buy this stuff, it comes in, these three colors, and I mean specifically these three colors: black, OD green, and coyote brown. I can get in the thickest Kydex possible, and that's what I like. I like to build sheath systems out of the thickest Kydex I can find, and honestly, I gotta pull some tricks out to do it. Okay, I gotta grease some wheels, you know what I mean, in order to get the thickest Kydex available at the time that I order it. I don't normally get it in patterns like this, okay? Other patterns, other than, say, the Kryptek patterns, which, this is Kryptek Highlander, right? There's about 8 different Kryptek patterns, all different colors. Okay? Other than the the three that I showed you at first, black, OD green, and coyote brown, right? I can get this in thicker than 093, which is the thickest you're going to build a sheath out of, right? This stuff, I can get it in thicker than 093 as well, approaching 095, 096, 097, which a thousandth of an inch is a big difference when you're dealing with Kydex. Just a thousandth of an inch thicker is a big deal. It's much stronger than, you know, the one below that, right? So, I can get those three colors in 060, 080, and 093, which I use in a variety of ways. The thicker stuff I make the main sheath out of. The thinner stuff I'll use for the accessories. Now it depends on the knife. If it's a huge knife like a Becker BK9 or a big giant Tops tracker or something like that, I try to make that sheath system as thick as I can make it while still attending to the wishes of the client. Okay, that's why I like to talk to you guys and have a communication, because I'll have some recommendations for your particular knife. Okay, so I'll start showing you some Kydex, right? So this is Kryptek Highlander. There it is, Kryptek Highlander. This I'm just showing you this because it's a cool little fact. This is the old Kryptek Typhon. Some people say Typhoon, but it's actually pronounced Typhon. This is the old stuff. They changed the pattern on us, right? It now looks like this. So, you see them side by side? We no longer have this. You can't even get it anymore. You might be able to from somebody, but I haven't been able to because I like that pattern. They changed it to this. It is what it is. This is the new Kryptek Typhon. This is what we got to work with. I can get Kryptek colors, most of them, in thicker than 093, just like I can with the black, the OD green, and the coyote brown. These come real thick too. Most other Kydex does not. I just can't get it thick enough to satisfy my needs for a bomb-proof sheath. But having said that, I'll make a sheath out of anything you want me to. I'm probably going to have some recommendations for you. That's all. So there's Kryptek Typhon. Kryptek Nomad. This is kind of a desert color. Kryptek Nomad. This is all my Kydex right here. I got a lot of Kydex, and it's a lot to take care of and order every month. So I go through about $1,000 of Kydex every month, maybe more. Some months I go through more, and it's expensive. This stuff's expensive, especially the pattern stuff. The pattern, the Kydex. Okay, this is a solid color, way cheaper than this, like 3 times cheaper. So this Kryptek Highlander is 3 to 4 times more expensive than Coyote Brown. Okay, there's that. We got Kryptek Altitude. I can get this in thicker than 093 as well. Kryptek Altitude. Kryptek Neptune. Now, what I really prefer is when you pick your colors, I'll tell you what I think. I'll give you recommendations. So, basically, if you order a sheath system from me and you say, hey Doug, I want ATAX 9 as the main sheath. This is ATAX 9, right? And you say, Doug, I want this as the main sheath. I'm going to tell you that I don't think this is thick enough. This stuff only comes in 080. So I'm going to say I'd pick an OD green sheath and this for the accessories. That's kind of how it works. So I'm probably going to give you recommendations on what I think will work best for your situation. Okay? Because my number one priority is to give you the sheath system that's going to work for you as close to your parameters as I can get it. Okay? So, let's go with Kryptek Pontus. Kryptek Pontus. I'm going through all the Kryptek colors right now. These are the most popular. Kryptek patterns are the most popular. Kryptek Mandrake. Kryptek Mandrake. Now, Kryptek also comes in what we call Kryptek Micro. Okay, so we got Kryptek Mandrake on the left, Kryptek Mandrake Micro on the right. But the Micro only comes in 080. No matter what color you choose, the Micro only comes in 080. So I'm going to say, hey man, why don't you make this as your accessories, and we'll do this as the main sheath, or OD green as the main sheath and this as the accessories. So I'm gonna try to do what's best for you and try to save you a little bit of money as well. There's that. This is Kryptek Raid. Kryptek Raid. Kind of looks like Typhon a little bit, but not as much black. Kryptek Raid. This comes pretty thick as well. I can usually get it like that. ATAX FG. ATAX FG. ATAX Bones. ATAX Bones. Pretty cool pattern, pretty popular. ATAX AU. AU. ATAX AU. ATAX Vista. Kind of looks like a real tree pattern. I think it looks cooler though. ATAX Vista. Now, all the sheaths on the website, underneath the caption of every picture, I'm going to try to put the color of the sheath so you know what it looks like in a sheath system. Okay? If it's, say it's a Coyote Brown main sheath with a Vista patterned accessories, I'll say that, right? Coyote Brown main sheath, Vista pattern accessories. So you'll be able to take the colors, right, and the patterns and actually visualize it as a sheath system, because it'll be in the pictures and all the pictures will be numbered. Just kind of choose a picture and say, Doug, this is what I want, but I don't want this here, I want it here. Or I don't want this, I want this. So just choose a picture, tell me the number, and then we'll go from there. It's pretty you know, pretty simple at that point. I'm going to show you guys some carbon fiber. This is forest green digital. Forest green digital. It's like a digital camo. And most of my Kydex is infused. The colors are infused into the Kydex. So basically, they're tougher than the stuff that's printed on, because like a lot of guys will buy the stuff that's printed on. It's cheaper, and the reason it's cheaper is because it's not as nice. It's not as good. The patterns scratch off a lot easier. This stuff, you can't scratch it off. The actual color is infused into the first few layers of the substrate. So this is Desert Digital. Desert Digital infused. I showed you guys this already. This is ATAX 9. ATAX 9, like the number. It's IX. ATAX 9. But it only comes in 080, so I'd get this as accessories. Here's one of the Kydexes that I carry that have a printed on pattern. This is Woodland Camo Digital. Woodland Camo Digital. And it sometimes it's popular, so I carry it. But it's not as tough as the infused stuff. I'm going to show you some carbon fiber colors now. Alright, this is red, blood red carbon fiber. Blood red. Now, just because you may not see a color on this video doesn't mean I can't get it. I can get anything that's being produced. Just, I don't stock some of it because nobody ever asked for it. Like pink, right? I got some, but I don't have a lot of it, right? All right, so there's that, blood red. This is OD green carbon fiber. OD green. This stuff runs pretty thick too. I can get it in thicker than 093, like I can with the Coyote Brown, black, and OD green. I can get this in thicker than 093 as well. Like I said, I got to grease some wheels to do it, but I like to pride myself on the fact that I can get it really thick. There's that. Carbon fiber. Like, you know, I got pink. I got pink carbon fiber, right? But I think I've probably only used it 10 times in the last 3 years. So I carry some of it, but not a lot. You know, I carry, you know, like toxic green. I'll carry this. Safety orange. Navy blue. I got a couple more. Here's regular black. Now, for whatever reason, the regular black carbon fiber I can usually get really thick. So I don't mind making a main sheath out of this stuff, or the red, right? Or the OD green carbon fiber, because I can get it really thick. Okay, so this is just regular black. There it is. Real nice, pretty. This is very popular. The carbon fiber black. Flat dark earth. I can get this as well in pretty thick stuff. Flat dark earth. Carbon fiber. This is, I'm trying to remember, I'm going to say forest green carbon fiber, forest green. I could be wrong with this, but I think it's forest green. This is the same Kydex that Michael Rochetti had me make his sheath system out of. Omega Survival. Look for that review. It's on the website as well, that review. But this is the same color. What else we got here? Aha! Purple. Purple carbon fiber. I actually got this for my niece because she likes a sheath every once in a while, so I got her something cool. She loves purple. She's never seen purple carbon fiber, so here it is. And it's pretty thick too. This is thicker than 093. Now I'm always, well, not always, but most of the time able to get it thicker, right? Sometimes it's the luck of the draw for me, but I try hard to get it really thick. Now this pattern, I can't remember what it's called. I call it my Spook Pattern. This is becoming very, very popular. I do a lot of sheath systems in this pattern, and I can do it in a main sheath. It's nice and thick. It's got like a brick pattern to it. You can see it. Really cool when you build a sheath out of it. Okay, so there's that. This is getting pretty popular. These patterns here, this is called Raptor. This is the pattern that Chris Tanner likes so much lately. This is Black Raptor. It comes with this plastic on it to protect it, because the stuff, you don't want to get, you know, it's got a nice finish, so you don't want to scratch it. It's got a false leather finish to it. So those of you guys who want the leather look, but you don't want the fuss and bother of my Leather Elite, like genuine leather over Kydex sheath system, then I can make you something like this. Feels like leather, looks like leather, but it's Kydex. Okay, see it? There's that. It's black. There's black. London tan. And brown. Regular, like, you know, light chocolate brown. All in that Raptor pattern. What else we got here? We got... How about the Hex Cam colors? Unfortunately, these are really cool patterns, but they only come in 080. I try to get it thicker, but it seems like no matter what I do, right, they can't send me anything that's thicker than like 083. So I'm not comfortable with making a main sheath out of this. It's just, in my opinion, too thin. However, it can be done. Other guys do it, right? But I suggest if you're going to do 080 as a main sheath, do it with a knife that's under 6 inches. So this is Hex Cam, I don't know. It's black, gray, tan, and dark tan. I can't remember the name of it, so I'm just going to describe it. There's that one. This one is Hex Cam. It's tan, black, and brown. Tan, black, and brown. Pretty cool looking. Let's see. Hex Cam Green. That's what I call this. Just Hex Cam Green. So you can, there we go. Hex Cam Green. These are rather popular for accessories, these Kydexes. So, like, for this color, I would do an OD green main sheath and this for all the accessories. And it comes out cool as hell, right? So just look at the website. All the pictures are numbered. Pick a picture tell me the number, and we'll go from there. I do prefer that you text me, though. My phone number is 443-315-6033. That's my company cell phone number. So it's hooked up to the company. So if you really want to get a hold of me quick, that's the quickest way to do it. We can finish this too sweet instead of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth through emails or a website. That's why I don't let you buy them off the website. Number one, it's too much. I offer too many options, too many colors, too many positions for options in order to just order it off a website, and then you're not happy with this because I put it here and not there. Or you're not happy with this light because you meant this light. So I like to leave nothing to chance. Text me. We'll get it all in writing, in texts. I'll build you your sheath, and away you go. You got one of the best. One of the best. So there it is. Hex Cam Green. What else we got here? Oh, this one's cool. This is called Toxic. Moonshine Toxic. Unfortunately, 080. So if you want something like this, right? I've never done it. But if I did a OD green main sheath and this for the accessories or something like that, that would look cool as hell. Right? So there's that. I got 3 or 4 of these real tree patterns. I got 3 or 4 of these. I could take a picture of it if you want me to. Just say, hey, take me a couple pictures of your real tree stuff and text it to me, and I'll do it. All right. This is technically it's not multi-cam. It's called super cam, and it is infused, so it's a good tough pattern. They used to have this imprinted on, and I didn't like using it, but now that it's infused, no problem. I'll use it. It only comes in 080, unfortunately. But like I said, a solid main sheath with this stuff as the accessories, it's the bomb. It really is. It really looks good. So check out some of the sheath systems on the website. Look for one that you like. Tell me the number, and we'll go from there. Real simple, real easy. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we're finished with the colors. Here's a big sheet. I buy this in 10 sheet packages because it's really getting popular. That brick pattern, I really love it. There's that.
You